In this episode, we're going to have a little look at that banana plant that I gave the chop to a couple of weeks ago and see how it's getting on. So, not to spoil it, but I think it's been pretty successful. So, if anyone has got Ensete Morellii that's suffering with the strangles, this could be a good option for you. So, you might remember that it was 2 weeks ago, it had been put outside, it was struggling. The leaves were getting smaller, each row that was putting out was getting smaller and smaller, and some of them were getting stuck together, and I decided to chop it off at the top, and this is what it looks like now. Okay, so here we go. It looks like it might have had a second chance at life, and as you can see, obviously those other two leaves have been chopped off, so that was where I cut it all the way back, but you can see new growth has come through pretty quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves have come through in the last 2 weeks. As I say, the smallest two are the ones where I properly cut it back. That slightly bigger one there is pulled through, and it's also got a new leaf pushing as well. So this could be a good recommendation for anyone that is suffering with the strangles with an Ensete Morellii. Cut it back and you should be pretty successful, or at least in my experience, pretty successful in actually having a plant that survives and pulls through. So you can see there's a new roller coming out now, and that looks pretty healthy. So you probably remember from the last video that there were multiple leaves stuck together, each leaf was getting smaller and smaller, but that's not the case with this one. It's got good colour, it's got good growth. As I say, it's put out a good few leaves, and this seems like a pretty successful way of somewhat reviving that plant. Now, I think my perception is that it's still due to it potentially going out a little bit too early, getting a little bit too much water and too much feed before it was acclimated to being back outside. This one was grown as a houseplant, so a bit of a recommendation: take a little bit longer with that water, take a little bit longer with some of the feed that you give it in early spring when you're putting it outside, and that might help solve the issue. But if you do come across it, check out my previous video and that might be a good solution for you. Cool, as I said, just a quick one today. Thanks for watching Tropical Garden UK. I'll catch you on the next one.